All right. Yeah, yeah, we're good now. We're good. I'm recording. Everybody's playing. Shit's
I'm also
happening.
recording. Yep.
There it
Welcome
is.
to
All right.
man.
So, what? We lost already.
Yeah.
So,
Quickly.
hello, and welcome to the Dota 2 Montreal League Premier Game. This is for real. This shit is happening. From what I understand, this is the first game. This is exactly how it happened. We are
And yet-
unfortunately watching a recorded game, but that's okay. We're gonna make
And
it
in
through
that
together.
recorded game, I see the team names as Dire and Radiant.
Yeah,
So
that's how they do it in Montreal.
pro of Pro Premier League.
Exactly.
Our
So
premier game.
I'm gonna be your host. I am Warbond here with my brother Gage. Say
Hello.
what's up. There you go. And also a special guest, the Boner Anger.
Hello.
I mean the Bone Ranger.
Stand in here.
Yeah, stand in. That's what we call him the entire time.
Stand in.
No,
Second
this
string
is
leet.
yeah.
That's
Well,
how I always heard it referred to.
we
Always.
we're doing a tri-cast tonight. That's how this is gonna work. So with that wonderful introduction to everybody, let's go ahead and look at these
Lengthy.
bands and almost picks right out of the
I
gate.
thought we had gone over this before. We do not deserve. We have no business
Nope,
doing this
nope,
part
we're
of the
gonna
draft.
do it
This
anyway,
really
though.
should still be just us kind of pissing off.
Yeah, well, we do that anyway.
Okay, fair enough. Go
Any
ahead.
particular strategies you guys see coming out just from the bands right now?
The boner anger.
Boner
Nothing?
Anger, you got anything?
Nothing.
You're
Yeah,
very
I mean-
analytical on this.
Alchemist is a giant pain in the ass.
As is Broodmother.
Bigger pain in the ass.
I mean, it's too
Since-
early. Yeah, other than going, hey, I don't like playing against this person. And I mean, presumably, at least, this will be the first time that these teams have faced each other, so there's not this history of, oh, I know they like this. Although, it is possible that they did some research beforehand, in which case I'd be severely impressed.
Yeah, right. Which I don't really see happening. Speaking of, looking at the player names there on the right side, I don't see Shikushu anywhere. So I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he sent me this replay, and I just kind of assumed that he would be actually playing, but like now I don't know who to root for because, generally speaking, I'm very biased when it comes to this shit. But
You know what? I'm going to go for Dire, just with Simp, personally. I mean, right?
Winter Wyvern.
you know we can. Well, no, all the names are pretty good. Simp, Nor, Crazy Flying, Severus, Dark Lord, Static, Honest, Marby probably, and then the Chef and Man Up. Those are like no crazy names in any of those.
Severus, you could go the inner Harry Potter fan. If I were a huge Harry Potter fan, that is.
His
I'm
icon
still
does not
I'm
agree.
sticking with Dire.
10 seconds.
Okay,
remaining.
well, we'll dire. Looking at the Radiance
seconds remaining.
picks there, Undying and Winter Wyvern.
Yeah,
or
they're looking to fight. I
Wyvern.
mean, Undying with the Tombstone early game, really any time, but specifically the early game, that forces you to, in a team fight situation, to specifically target the Tombstone, or if you're in lane as Undying, try to get some early kills. Winter Wyvern, I mean, with the Winter's Curse, that's another big team fight disruptor. And
yeah,
I mean, you just know the power of like Cold
10
Embrace to get
seconds
those last minute
remaining.
saves. Hugely popular in the meta for the past
5
few
seconds
months now,
remaining.
and with good reason.
yeah. And Undying's early game is undeniable. Decay is
Shut up.
What?
Shut
It
up.
wasn't. I didn't mean.
It was close enough.
It just happens.
Radiant
So
team
decay is hard hitting. It takes away your strength. It takes away your hit point pool. So that's a good one early on. And then Tombstone, you throw it somewhere high ground. You can't reach it because if you kill the Tombstone, you kill all the zombies. And a lot of people don't really think about that. We'll see how that goes in this game.
Yeah, not at our
Radiant
level,
team
at least.
pick.
Yeah.
I'm liking all Dire's lockdown here.
Wait a minute. Are we doing? Was that actual analysis?
Oh God, what's happening? Is
No,
that
I mean,
you're talking about
Earthshaker.
Arrow and
Arrow
Yeah, Arrow
Fisher.
Fisher.
I'm kind of surprised
Yeah.
they picked Spirit Breaker into Moran and Earthshaker.
I mean, there's
he's-
still plenty
he's-
of opportunities to come from.
He's
fucking
mobile
nowhere.
enough.
He's mobile, but it's a pretty good way to
No,
disable
well,
that charge.
okay, the arrow, that's not going to happen on Spirit Breaker. I will make that prediction right now. You're not
Never
going to hit
gonna happen.
Spirit Breaker with a fucking arrow. You might be able to get a Fisher on
Ye-
Spirit Breaker.
Hold on. You're gonna.
Reserve time.
I have hit Spirit Breakers with arrows before.
On
That
purpose.
said- on purpose.
on purpose.
That
If
said,
you got enough vision, you see him coming.
yeah, it's very unlikely.
happens.
You're right.
Yeah. Well, here's what's going to happen at this level. There's not going to be enough vision. And it's just not going to fucking happen.
Actually, are we even sure when you say at this level? I mean,
I got more
we,
faith
we
in
don't
these
want to
guys.
jump to. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
this
we
is-
don't want
this
to
is
jump
the
to
Dota
conclusions.
Montreal League.
Yeah, right. Okay, yeah.
True.
So 3K MMR in America is like 3.17K MMR in Canada.
Radiant
Is that an exchange rate joke?
There it was. Yep, that's exactly what I was doing.
Going back to the draft, though, Spirit Breaker, I mean, when you're talking about Undying and Tombstone, Winter Wyvern with the Cold Embrace and Winter's Curse, and then Spirit Breaker charging through everyone, that's a lot of
I do.
team
I like
fight
that.
disruption. And I'm very curious
Eventually.
to see. Listen,
10
it's
seconds
always going to be
remaining.
powerful. It's always going to be powerful.
Yeah, I don't. Well, and
5 seconds
so
remaining.
the question then becomes: are they going to be able to even bring that power to bear? Or
Well,
are
their
they
next
gonna get?
two,
time.
yeah, their next two picks are going to kind of determine that.
Well, you know,
because-
as you
as
say
much
that,
disruption as you have, like you have to have something to follow it up with. Like with Mirana Earthshaker, you got Shadow Fiend. Boom, you lock someone down, you get some raises. That motherfucker is gone.
yeah, absolutely interesting.
Dire
I don't know
team
how that's
pick.
really going to help too much.
No, I like it.
It's super sustain.
Yeah. And with that disruption, Spirit Breaker charging in and the tombstones down. Oh my god! And then you've got, Winter Wyvern locking people down, and then Medusa hitting them all simultaneously. I fucking love it. I'm really liking Radiant's lineup right now.
Oh, well,
10
you already
seconds remaining.
threw in with the Dire, so maybe you should not like it as much.
That's right.
Yep.
Go Mirana.
Reserve time.
I hope you got some magic fucking arrows. Though, I was gonna say with can the Radiant bring that power to bear? We spoiler alert, we already know this shit's gonna last an hour and a half. Yep. So does that include a draft? I don't even
Game's
know.
looking a lot better for Medusa. For Radiant.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Well,
right.
late
That may be all the
game.
spoiler
That
you
shit's
need.
gonna go. So here's my early prediction.
Dire did ban
Gage.
anti-mage
You
already.
yeah no you fucked up. You done goofed.
Imba spirit.
Yep. No, I'm sticking with it. I'm sticking with it.
I mean, if you're gonna choose something to deal with Medusa, I guess. I mean, because the
Dire team ban.
to me, Medusa goes Manta, and you don't like. If you don't have a way to deal with that, it's just more on top of what she already brings. And so Ember Spirit, I mean, you could argue get
10
Battle Fury,
seconds
get Daedalus, and just not have to worry about that, while
5
also
seconds
having
remaining.
your own little bit of lockdown. And if you get a good start, you can really start to
Reserve
pressure
time.
everyone.
Here's what's gonna happen. The Ember Spirit is gonna get the
10
Battle
seconds
Fury. The Ember
remaining.
Spirit is going to go fucking crazy on everyone, but
Radiant team.
they're gonna get done in more or less. Like, yeah, I don't even know how to say it. Like, I stopped thinking because of the power of the Radiant right now. Like, this shit is gonna get fucking retarded for Dire initially. They're gonna be way up, and then in the end,
Templar
Radiant's gonna
Assassin.
come back, and everybody's going to be surprised. We're going to be surprised.
Damage.
And there's the TA to make that claim true.
Yeah, that's, I mean, some really good single target follow up when you're talking about that, team fight disruption scenario. And so it's looking pretty grim
10 seconds
for my
remaining.
team, captained by Simp, the one and only.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep.
Tide Hunter.
All right. Well, and
Okay.
there's the bullshit pick.
Jesus.
We didn't know what to pick.
I think that's a pretty good way to turn around a fight that where everybody's stuck in one place.
Yeah,
with
I
the
mean,
tombstone and the.
you know what? I agree. You kind of reset that
Yeah, with the
that
Fisher.
insanity. That and just, I mean, you've got the Requiem on top of the Echo Slam, on top of the Ravage, and then you've got Ember Spirit, Sleight of Fisting all throughout. And so
First game
conceivably,
disconnect
if they
also.
get into a position where they're all together like that, and they get the jump on them, or you start it off with a Ravage to try to disrupt and reset the team fight, it could be like it's very wombo combo-y, is what I'm saying. And I'm like, you know what? I'm feeling a little bit better about this team. All right, here we go.
Yeah, don't forget to put it
Don't
on,
forget to turn on
free
free
camera.
camera.
Yeah.
It took me a second.
That is exactly what I just did. That's
All right, so
funny.
you want to run us through the teams?
Yeah, let's go ahead. So for the Radiant side, we have the Chef on Undying, Static on TA, Mar B on Spirit Breaker, Man Up on Medusa, and then finally Honest on Winter Wyvern. We'll look at their lanes here in a minute.
Yeah, and on Dire, I can't see all of them, but I got most of them. We've got Simp on the Ember Spirits, the Dark Lord on, who is that? Marana, Crazy Flying on the Shadow Demon, or Shadow Fiend, and Severus on Earthshaker.
Did you hit up Nor?
Yeah, oh, Nor, there we go. He is on the Tidehunter. Boom.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So it looks like we're running into some reborn jitters here. People disconnecting. This is the second pause of the game, and we're like
We're at
3
negative
seconds into it.
52 seconds in, yes.
Yeah.
All right, now here's the question. Who's going to be the first to die in this rune battle? This ensuing imminent rune battle.
Yeah, and that's what was it, 1.84 where the runes are 8.3? No, I don't want to say it's 8.4, but the runes came into play a lot, right? So because both runes spawn early on as bounty runes, which
Instantly, yeah, at the start of the game. as
those
bounty runes.
those were introduced.
And you can see up in the top lane, at the top rune spot, I should say, that Severus is already lining up for that fissure. Oh, yeah. This could
Oh yeah,
be-
they're gonna
And again, you
contest
got
the
the
hell.
chef. Oh, here comes the arrow. Arrow whiffs, but Sleight of Fist comes in, followed up by the fissure. Few raises go off. He's trying, and that's a raise to finish off. First blood goes to the Dark Lord on Marana. Not ideal if you're talking about, oh, well, you should have lit. But you know what? They killed him, and that is ideal.
Hey, you guys want to hear something funny?
You missed it completely.
No,
First
I must be
blood.
behind you guys.
It was our thing.
Yeah.
Okay. How much behind?
Well, I'm at 17, 18, 19,
Oh, yeah.
20.
Okay. All right. Redo.
Mother fucker.
How did you do that?
Well, I fucking switched up my inputs because I couldn't get shit going on the free camera.
So do we want to bring it back to like 17, 18? We're just gonna cut this out in post.
This is 15
I don't
minutes
have
worth
any
of the
video.
game.
Yeah, I don't have any video editing.
Fuck it. Welcome back to the cast, everybody.
No, this is probably a bit much to just leave in and play off.
Well, Jamie's got video too, so I mean, Gage has got video too.
That's it. We're gonna have to torch this one. You said my name. You said my government.
Yeah. So
Which I legally
you
changed
can
to Jamie.
You're missing all the shit in top lane.
I already paused it. We're fucking.
God damn it! What?
All right.
All right.
There's got to be a way to edit these videos.
I'm sure there is.
No,
Somebody
there
else can do
absolutely
this
is.
shit.
I'm just saying, like, I don't have any of it.
Well, I'll get it.
All right, you guys want to go back to? Let's go back to 115.
Game time in game time 150.
Yeah, if you look down at the shit.
Yeah.
Why don't we just go back to the start? Just reintroduce everybody.
I don't understand what you mean.
And go back to whatever negative 1 minute.
Reborn crashed.
Well, when I said 115, which hasn't happened yet, I did mean negative 115.
Oh, okay, okay.
So I got 107 on the clock right now.
Okay, yep. Me too. That's alright, because I wanted to see who got bottom rune. I was watching top. And then I was like, oh, who got bottom rune? That would have been good to inform people of. Because I'm sure the camera was up top. Where it should be.
All right. What time are we pausing at? 1:15. So right after.
Negative 115, which is
Yeah.
game clock 107.
Wait. Oh, okay. Negative 1:15. Right. Yeah, I am on 1:15.
Okay, so everybody's at 107.
Wait, what?
Are we doing this?
I'm in 1:15. Negative 1:15 game time.
No. It's game time 107. Clock or recording time negative 115.
That's
Actually, yeah, they're matching up now for me.
yeah. It's negative 1:15 recording time. Negative
okay.
1:15 game time.
So I'm at 107 in that case.
Yep, me too.
Hang on. Oh, see, I click 116. It gives me 107.
Yep, me too.
God, this is such bullshit.
Good thing I'm recording all this.
Yeah, right.
Let's go by game time.
I mean, we should always go by game time. Now that we know that, hey, it could be different.
There's after the pause and shit. That's why it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was the first pause, and there should be another pause here in a second.
So 107. Do we
What?
hit play? Did we hit play yet?
No, it gets paused at 107. We need to go past 107.
Okay.
Or go before.
All right, Wyvern just
Wyvern.
reconnected.
We blow.
So we'll do like 1 minute or something like that. Five, 104, 103.
All right, I'm at 1 on the jout.
1 pause. Motherfucker. Boner, you there?
1 minute exactly.
Okay. So again, 3, 2, 1, play, and we do this
And
shit.
Do you want to bring us back in?
No, I don't think we really
No,
have to
no,
do
we'll
much
just
of
cut it
anything,
out. Yeah, just start with the
it's
intros
gonna get edited
again.
in post by Shakushu
Apparently.
probably, or maybe not. Who gives a shit?
Okay.
All right, so bring up your controls, and then on play. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, play.
Oh,
Yep.
I'm stuck. I changed it even, and I was still stuck in directed camera. All right, you want to go ahead and walk us through the teams real quick?
The teams are each other. Radiant, Static, Honest, Marby, the Chef, Man Up. Looks like Marby and the Chef are going top, and then Man Up, Static, and Honest are going bottom here.
I'll take
for-
forever on this.
Yeah,
We got
just-
plenty of
just
time.
for the runes. I realized that.
And for Dire, we've got Severus on the Earthshaker going up top. We got a gank squad here with Simp on Ember Spirit, Crazy flying on Shadow Fiend, the Dark Lord on Marana, and down at the bottom lane we have Nor on Tidehunter. And I would direct your attention to the top rune spot. We've got Severus there waiting to ambush them. The arrow whiffs,
Oh,
Searing
yeah.
Chains comes off, Fissure follow up, Raises come out by flying. Dark Lord, there's another raise, and the Dark Lord takes the first blood.
First blood.
There you go,
Dead
first blood.
Undying.
It was our
And TA got the rune bottom lane.
And who got the rune top lane?
Ooh, is that something we were watching?
TA Shadow Fiend are the
Shadow
yeah,
Fiend. Shadow Fiend on the top lane. Hey, we were watching the fight. Come on.
yeah.
Can't
lot,
notice
lot
all
of,
the small
lot
details.
going on there.
And from what I understand, Shadow Fiend is gonna have a bit of a time up against the TA here in bottom, especially considering with the bounty room, we're gonna guess that the bottle's gonna be coming out really quick. That said, Shadow Fiend kind of skimped in the starting items, got pulled some tangos, and here comes his bottle already. So that may counteract a little bit of that
Interesting.
apparent disadvantage.
Yeah, 1 minute in, bottle, two faggots.
And here we go.
Yeah, 2 bundles of sticks. Sorry.
Oh, I see.
Cut
Yeah.
Top lane.
Cut that
yeah,
out,
right.
too.
Cut it out.
Yeah, right.
Dark
Oh
Lord
my
gets in
God.
Trouble. Here comes the charge, followed up with the fissure.
One more. Get him. There it
He's
is.
indeed going to be able to get at the chef. And Simp
Simp
needs to
in
watch
trouble.
out because
Yep.
of the decay. Oh, the tombstone was down. They're going to get more. Here's the charge started off.
Oh.
Yes. The bash.
Wow.
My God, Marby
Wow.
with the bash skills.
17%. There it is.
Yeah, and you know, I was going to say, here comes the Dark Lord throwing some potential revenge arrows out at the chef in top lane. You know, I was going to say, I thought initially it was only the Spirit Breaker there, and that may end up being the case, but I thought that he was going to have a hard time with Ember Spirit, with Earthshaker, and then Marana throwing random arrows.
prize is mine.
The fact that they took the fight, that the Radiant took the fight as handily as they did, that surprised me.
Yeah, I feel like 2 minutes in to be level 3 on Spirit Breaker is pretty huge.
Yeah, and I mean, it's the chef, man.
Clearly
So you've got Undying apparently roaming around trying to do some stuff, and then you've got Marana, the Dark Lord, walking around throwing out the arrows. And speaking of, Dark Lord's going down to the
Top
bottom.
lane, here we go again. Chef and Marby really just bringing it to him. The Simp
Yeah,
and Severus
it's-
have no opportunity here to even catch a breath.
Bottom lane. Looks like we got the Dark Lord coming in for a gank on Winter Wyvern. I do not believe they'll be able to get it. Does he have any mana left for an arrow? No, it's on cooldown. And so nothing there. They're going to reset a little bit. And, oh, here comes another arrow. Ooh, and it lands on Man Up. But I don't know if they will be able to follow
Super
it up.
tanky.
Here
And I was
comes
just gonna
Honest
walk away.
on the Wyvern. Yeah. Okay. You know, I love, when you're talking about Maranas, I love that roaming, let me just try to mess you up.
Honest is, oh man. How you gonna do that and then just waste it?
There may be, you know what, there he is. Honest going, you know what, I should probably just pool. Of course, the problem
Yeah.
is, does not realize that there's that there's a ward there. And it's quite possible
Blocking the
that,
camp, shit.
yeah, it's quite possible that he comes back later and goes, ooh, I probably just screwed that up.
Wait, there's...
Ooh, middle lane, Dark Lord leaps away, looking in a little bit of trouble there. Got off the decay instantly. Static was there to follow up, but not to be.
Shadow Fiend just picked up a regen rune.
Beautiful. Do we have anyone stacking for the Shadow Fiend? No, Shadow Fiend. Looks like you're on your own, buddy.
You know, interestingly, they put a sentry ward there next to the ancients, and then like you throw it in a little bit further, and that's blocking the ancient camp. So why didn't they really go for it?
No, I could not say. But all may become apparent. All may become apparent as the game progresses.
Top lane, 3-on-2 there. There's a whiffed arrow. Chef's going after Dark Lord.
Yeah, I don't
He's
know.
really diving in. Here comes Severus. Sim's trying to backdoor. No, not quite gonna feel that froggy. Chef's still in a little bit of trouble here, but able to get out. No problemo.
Yeah, and they need the Dark
Go
Lord
back
there
in.
to help them out.
Spearbreaker running
Here
down.
comes
Where's
the
he
arrow,
going?
And it's
Shadow
just
Fiend's
gonna
Another
miss.
whiffed arrow.
Charge on mid lane. Crazy flying. Potentially in trouble if he keeps being a Bash Lord. Here comes
Uh-oh.
TA.
Uh-oh.
He's trying to come out.
There's
Oh,
Requiem Static going down. RB goes down.
Yeah,
Holy
playing
shit.
Crazy flying. Yes. Yes. The turnaround
No,
on
that was good.
I have a throbbing erection for this guy right now.
What?
I'm sorry?
Gold for me.
You mentioned something about an erection.
Ooh, bottom lane.
Is under attack.
Nothing's happening.
Wait,
Arrow comes out top
Was
lane.
that a-
Once again, barely misses. Oh, but here's a fight. Top lane. Tombstone comes out. Searing
Chef's in
Chains.
trouble.
Thrown. Here comes the charge.
One,
The
two
chef.
hits.
Yeah. Oh,
He
here's
goes down.
TA. Severus is.
Yeah, coming in.
I think they both. Oh, the charge wasn't quite as timely as I think even they would have hoped, but here we have the result that they expected, which is 2 down.
Okay, can we get back to this throbbing erection thing?
Ooh, no. We need to do some post-fight analysis here because that was a beautiful rotation by Static. Again, the charge came out and he was on his way up as fast as he could. Probably could have gotten a little bit more out of it if he was a little bit closer, but I mean, still the follow-up along with the rotation, beautiful. And all they had to do was sacrifice an Undying, and it's worth for what was it?
You're really avoiding this question.
Okay, listen, we need to drop it.
Bottom lane, look at that. Nothing happening really. Fuck you.
It's your offlaner not dying. He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
No, it's a reference back to a funny thing that I said. And the chef, top lane, still keeping up the pressure. Top lane, charge in on Severus. Tombstone comes
Oh
down.
shit.
Yeah, with the Nether Strike. That's going to be an easy Severus kill. Not having a good time. Simp immediately popped the Flame Guard. He's like, please, no! And then at the bottom rune spot, crazy flying with a mid-range raise on the Winter Wyvern to secure yet another kill. Having a really good time. And meanwhile, top lane, Mar-B goes in a little bit on Simp there. Was really looking to put some hurt on him.
Is under attack.
It's something at this point where we don't really know exactly what to talk about. You look at last hits and denies. Medusa is actually up there with 45, and that is of course Man Up and Crazy Flying with 43. The point being here that is a lot of gold overall. You're looking at sub 10 minutes. Not an amazing number, not a pro level last hits, but still like very respectable numbers going on here.
Absolutely doing a good job, as is Flying, as is Static. Top lane in the woods, Fisher comes out by Saberus. Oh, with an arrow into Mar-B to follow it up.
2.
Simp, slide of fist.
The chef is going down for sure. That's not gonna.
On. But I mean, with the decay, you cannot in this situation, you cannot underestimate how much damage an
Here
Undying
comes
can
Static.
do, especially with Static. The Searing Chains provide a nice little bit of cover. Arrow is going to be off,
Whiffs.
but I don't. I guess
Still
Static
after
is on
dark?
there.
No,
Static.
running
Yeah,
out.
he's out of mana. It's
Well,
just
you know
not
what,
bad.
and here's the other thing. Here's something you don't really account for. Crazy Flying is up there too. That means that Crazy Flying is not middle lane. And interestingly, Winter Wyvern
Just
was.
as you were about to make a point.
Yeah, no, Honest comes in up top too. So we're doing some dumb
agree,
shit
though.
now.
It did look like Honest was trying to get some farm and experience solo where he could,
Yeah,
and so it was a good move. You're right.
would have been far. Yeah, it would have been far more effective otherwise. But you know what? It works. It works how it ended up. That's about what you can expect.
Followed up by the trap and the Nether Strike. Tombstone comes down and the Echo Slam from Severus. He's trying to do what damage he can. Unfortunately, the Dark Lord's arrow whiffs yet again.
Simp's about to go down. This is
Simps.
happening.
I thought that he
Simp
might have been
takes
able
the
to turn it
cock.
around, but it's
Nope.
just not going to happen. And so now they've got all this manpower up on the top lane. Let's see if they go to push down this tower.
Middle Crazy Flying pushing in the tower.
Yeah, and he is going to get it unless...
Static
Nope, not
can't
quite.
quite get the deny.
Charge on top lane near the tier 1. Dark Lord looking to be in a little bit of trouble potentially. The pounce, though, does add the speed, does get some distance. So it looks like the Dark Lord's going to be fine. And turning around for the Regoose. Come on,
Yeah,
guys.
4
Come
on
Thor, where's that
3.
Ravage?
Interesting. No, they're splitting up. They're running like rabbits.
Searing Chains on Honest. There's the Cold Embrace again.
Golden Brace not gonna be able to do
And
much.
the arrow
Nope.
whiffs. But they got him.
Yeah, well, I was going to say the Cold's Embrace, or what? Cold Embrace. Yes?
Yeah.
Yes. Does, like, if there was a potential to re-Regoose, that is one of those situations where Cold Embrace is going to give you the time to do it. And I mean,
So
why
that's
not?
the 5 of them pushing in top lane, which this really creates space for the Radiant.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Well-
there's a lot of opportunity for
Yeah,
them.
you
They're
know
all alive. They should be doing so. Oh shit! Chef goes down. Honest in a bad spot. Nor coming in. Static.
Ravage to counteract the charge. I think, if anything, at that point, he was like, listen, I just got to get out of here.
Dyer's bottom tower is
And so
under
there you
Zoning
have to ask the
Ravage.
question.
I'll take it.
And what is, ostensibly a delaying ult or a zoning ult, is it worth it to not take the death? Take the death.
Dyer's bottom tower is under attack.
No, what they need to be doing, what Radiant needs to be doing, is spreading out. There's a lot of experience throughout the map right now that they are just not getting. Same thing can be said about Dire, though. They're all 5 laned up in the top lane, and they're pushing in. Sure, they're going to get a little bit of gold from taking on the tower, but overall, like, is that the best use of their resources right now?
I hear that, Warbond. I hear that. But, from my perspective, I don't mind if they just fight.
Taking bottom tower.
And there goes the bottom tower.
Dyer's bottom tower has
Yeah, and Man Up is not been brought up too often, but that is definitely something they're being the Dire is going to have to start worrying about.
Yeah, we'll be saying his name a lot more as the game progresses.
Yeah, especially if nothing gets done about it now.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those moments of, listen, it could be nothing, we found a spot on your loan.
Yeah, exactly.
And the guy goes, huh? Okay.
Well, you said it could be nothing, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to assume it's nothing. Because, yeah, Man Up not only farming the lane, but going in and farming the jungle, taking everything he can. No issues whatsoever. Hasn't really been molested at all. The Dark Lord, to be fair, did TP in a little bit earlier, throw out an arrow, maybe try to get something. There was also an earlier gank, or gank attempt, I should say. But for the moment, nothing going on. And speaking of nothing going on, looks like we reset a little bit. We've got Nor back in the off lane. Probably at this point, desperate to get a Blink Dagger. I mean, I know in the last fight in the top lane, a Blink Dagger would have made the
Simp
difference.
Being gone on, are they gonna go up into the dire jungle? And
It looks like they are, and the timing is gonna be
the
fantastic, I
arrows.
believe.
oh wow,
Oh my God, the fissure! Severus, baby.
you know, and that's how you save an Ember Spirit. Crazy
He
flying.
comes around, followed up. Wait, someone has a Yules? Severus comes in with the Echo Slam.
One,
Arrow
two,
does not hit
three,
anyone.
4 down. Wow.
This is a disaster for Radiant.
I'm sorry. A what?
A disaster.
There it is. How did that even? I want to fucking instant replay that shit.
Yeah, let's look at the fight recap on that. Gold change 1800 in Dire's favor.
We had Mirana and Shadow
Well-
Fiend coming up from behind, and it really made that. Both Requiems really made a difference.
And an additional 200 out of the Radiant's favor. So that's a 2,000 gold change.
I have to go back to Severus's fissure there, whether by design or completely on accident. Not allowing the charge to continue onto the
Yeah,
Ember Spirit
that was huge.
was crucial right there, because at the end of the day, Ember Spirit was one of the ones left alive. And we got another charge onto the Dark Lord. Instant leap away. You know, that's
And there's the
working out quite
Mirana
well
ult.
for the Dark Lord.
Everybody's invisible.
Are
Crazy
they
Flying's
doing something
looking
with
to
it?
go on him. Dark Lord is in there with him.
Here
Simp comes in.
Starts out with a searing change arrow.
There's one.
Into the Undying. Undying goes down. Simp has that charge on him.
Ooh.
Ooh, and he takes a big hit from Static. The Ravage comes in, does
Nice.
not save Simp. But, I mean, the Cold Embrace, gonna buy a little bit of time. But,
There's 2.
yep, that's
and,
another one.
and
Another-
3 for that matter. How did I missed that one, I guess.
You know, man, I'm in a weird spot right now. On one hand, I chose the Dire to win based off the name Simp. Sight unseen, most.
Dire's top
On the
tower
other
is under
hand,
attack.
I was basically slobbering all over the dick-like lineup of the Radiant as far as their team fight and team disruption potential, and the Dire's giving it to them.
Yeah, well, yeah. And the Radiant is giving it to the Dire, as in face down, ass up.
Presenting at that point.
Yeah,
Completely
please,
presenting.
please come make this happen.
Dire's middle tower
So
There's
my earlier
definitely
prediction,
good.
I'm not terribly sure. This tier
Man,
one's gonna go
that's
down.
pretty close to Manta.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. He's going to get a TP response. I don't think Man Up is going to...
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Oh my god. I just realized how my in-game announcer is. It's killing me.
Kaboom. Marby is in a fucking terrible position.
Hey, can you give me a
Going.
quick effect?
Going all in.
There's a fissure, disrupting fissure by Nor. And he comes in. Our
Towards
totem-
it where you'd be able to get away. Marby going back in. Who gives a shit? Calling off at the last second.
Tombstone pops down. Ooh, they
Oh,
got
they're
the
attacking the
illusion.
illusion. Nice.
Yeah, can I get a timestamp real quick? Sorry.
Yeah, 1751.
All right, cool. Sorry. The trouble with watching replays in
Yeah.
Dota 2 Reborn.
Radiant's middle
Thanks,
tower
Waldo.
is under attack.
Shikushu, where the fuck are you in this shit?
So, going back to Man Up, sitting at 132. He's got his ultimate orb. He's got the Yasha. This is the
Radiant's
moment.
bottom tower is under attack.
This is the moment where they need to decide, hey, should we hunt down the Medusa?
That's not gonna happen. Not at this point.
It doesn't look like
look
it.
at the dire wards here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, you've got the token rune ward, sure. And I mean, I guess you could spot someone moving around in there. But they have to figure, you know, hey, where's the Medusa? We haven't seen seen her in a little bit.
But given that versus the Radiant wards, look at this one up in the top lane.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I mean, that's also where
That's
I guess
kind of
a lot of their successes come from. Top lane, speaking of, the chef taking a little bit of punishment. Charge comes in. Oh, he gets off the flesh golem, but a little bit too
Severus.
late. Yeah, Severus is
That
going down.
spot,
Static is
Simp
going to
going.
do some damage. You got a little zombies.
Static Marby gonna fucking dick out that Ember Spirit.
Nether Strike didn't even have to go off.
Oh, you know what I did? What I should not have? I left the weather effects on.
Yeah, I did as well. It's too late to worry about.
I got these leaves falling all over the goddamn place.
Snow for me.
That sucks. So we talked about splicing this shit together, and
Yeah,
even
right.
that's not gonna work. Motherfucker. Oh god, we're the worst.
As long as we only use one person's video. And you know what? It may not even matter that much.
Hope it's not mine.
Yeah, we're gonna splice this part out.
Edit
One
this out.
thing.
Double damage.
Yeah, Nor's got his blink dagger ready to go, and so this could potentially swing the sexual assault meter a little bit farther over.
You know what? There's a huge potential there in the sexual assault department. You say that you know the dire initiates and then immediately regrets it.
Top lane, Static comes in.
Speaking
And the
of,
charge
Simp
onto
should
Simp,
not have been
and he's gonna
there.
go down. Ravage does come out by Nor. Requiem comes out. Right now, it looks like they're gonna. Nope, they
got the spirit.
RB
got
goes
the
down.
Moonlight Shadow. They're trying to keep
Nice
going.
picture.
Severus, they do not want to let him get away. Yeah,
They
and
got
it looks
dust?
like.
Nope.
How in the god did Static get out of
No
that?
dust.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
My god.
Pretty good
That's. I
turnaround.
mean, that's the power of that.
There you are.
Dire's structures.
It only shows one, but yeah, it
Anyway.
was definitely 2 or 3.
Fraction. That's the one.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, so another good fight from the Dire, and you know you see that he didn't even have to, Nor didn't even have to use the blink dagger for that Ravage to be effective there, and then Severus with excellent follow-up fissures to try to keep them from running, and I mean they didn't get Static, but they still had the lead, the
Dire's
commanding
middle tower
performance
is
of that
under
team fight.
attack.
I tell you what though, if Simp had those remnants out before the fight started,
Yeah, and here we go in the middle.
he's surviving a lot
Simp.
more often.
Static, tried his damnedest, got some good crits out. Not gonna happen though. Meanwhile,
Chef going man mode.
Marby did go deep to try to kill Nor, but it looks like he's gonna pay with his life. And a sleight of fist by Simp to finish it up. I mean, really, just at some point you have to say, hey, hold on. Cancel that charge. I know you want the kill, but please cancel that charge. Let's not let us invest in
Here's the thing about Spirit Breaker.
he can't do
Here's the thing.
as players.
Spirit Breaker is greedy, and that's how it goes. That's just what you do as Spirit
That
Breaker.
is
You
what
don't
you do.
not be greedy as Spirit Breaker.
Speaking of greedy, we were wrong. Medusa was not going for the Mantis style. Medusa was going for the Scotty.
You are correct, sir.
And I don't know. considering how forcefully
Dire's top tower
the
is
Dyer's
under
making
attack.
them, making the Radiant team go to sleep forever, I
Dire's
feel like
top
maybe a
tower has
defensive
fallen.
item would have been a little bit better. But the other side of it is that if you have, as I talked about relentlessly and am still talking about, the team fight potential that the Radiant has, it's all for naught without backup. Oh my god, the smoke. Ana starts off with a Winter's Curse and the Ravage follow up by Nor. Requiem comes out crazy flying. Chef may go down early. No, he's staying alive. And the Echo Slam by
Great
Cypress.
echo.
And you know what? I think that cinched it. If
That
there
was
any,
exactly what they needed.
yeah, if there was any hope of them coming back into that fight, the Echo Slam by Severus just put a lid on it. It's like, nah, you're done here. And you know, with the Medusa, that's kind of what I'm talking about. She's got the damage, but the Dire team has shown, hey, we can just kill you. And I mean, of course, it could be argued, would a Mantis Style have made that much of a difference? I mean, between the Echo Slams and the Ravages and the Requiems, I mean, the Illusions,
Radiant's top tower.
they
Well,
could just have that unlocked.
Dire's
amusingly,
top tower is
I was AFK for that entire exchange. So I hope
Using my video.
I hope I was focused on the right person on
Oh
that
my
one.
god. And Static and the Dire base was, I mean,
Dire's middle tower is
almost to
under
their
attack.
fountain on the
Radiant's
bottom
top
lane.
tower is
I
under
don't know what's
attack.
happening here other than Radiant seems to be a little bit rattled at this point. I think
Yeah, going a little bit
RB
crazy.
charging in really deep and Static charging in really deep to try to secure something.
Gage, you know what? You know what I think now is the time for?
Ooh, is it time to hit the net worth, my brother?
Oh my
Go.
god.
It's time to hit the gold graph. Yes. My favorite part of the graph.
Holy shit, look at the difference in XP earned. The Dire running away with it right now.
I mean, I'm not too concerned about the XP.
It's only
and
25 minutes in. If this were 40 minutes in, 5,000 XP wouldn't make much of a difference. But 25 minutes in, that's no bueno.
It also depends on who you have the levels on, and quite frankly, I don't want to take the time to look through that.
No, and that's true. But looking at the difference in net worth, you're only looking at a little over 2,000 between the teams, and that's not too crazy. So
No, that is honestly kind of surprising.
very even right now.
And I'm gonna guess that has to do, with Static and Man Up farming or killing, in the case of Static, their little asses off. Their cute little asses.
Yeah, so precious.
Touch them with my penis. What? And then we've got Simp farming a little bit more in the jungle, doing a great job of it.
Did you just change the subject again? Nor up on Man Up.
Ooh, this is not looking good.
No, here it comes. Here it comes. And
Ravage.
Stonegaze is going to be enough.
got
Oh,
one.
no.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Man
Very
up.
nice.
Hell yeah. Simp picks up the Battle Fury.
Yep. And they're calling out a Roshan right now.
Man, I completely forgot about Stonegaze. That was, I mean, if you're going to use an ult to survive, that was the one to use and the time to do it.
There it is. Crazy and Nor going in on
considering-
Roshan.
Oh,
You got half the Radiant team in the Dire jungle.
Yeah, considering Radiant's vision, they have no idea what's going on here. They know that Man Up
There's the thing.
was assaulted down in the jungle, but that's about it. Yeah, do not even suspect it.
It's like
Okay.
Shadow Fiend is gonna take over Aegis there,
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower
which
is
would
under attack.
that's a bad place to be. You don't want that to happen.
It's
So looking at that's right around 28 minutes, so we can expect to see another Roshan in 36-ish, 36, 38, 30. Wait,
Maths are
39.
hard.
Yeah,
There you
maths are very hard.
What's 30? 28 plus 11. There you go. 39.
Okay, so let's ignore that train wreck for a second. One thing I have not pointed out, I don't think anyone's pointed out, and probably haven't just because I'm a shitty caster. Despite the beating that the Dire have been putting in the Radiant, right, look at, like, with man-ups, tower work, look at the tower situation for the Dire.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
Not bad,
I mean,
yeah,
that-
not
that right
going in
there,
a dire
going
direction.
Going back to the net worth, again, I didn't even notice it, but going back to the net worth, that probably has a lot to do with the fact that it was only 2,000, a 2,000 difference. Despite all the kills. So, I mean, good on Man Up for the farming, and good on Static for farming heroes. Like you're supposed to.
Yeah, that is the way it's supposed to go.
We're on
Lord.
a bait here a little bit.
I think that was more fishing. She was fishing, she was not the bait. Okay, and they finally get a D ward down there on the bottom lane. Oh, here they come.
Yeah, that ultimate.
Shadow.
Very close to popping it. Or no, you're right, I'm sorry, the ultimate.
There
And
you
they're
go.
gonna catch up.
Honest is going to go down for sure. He is not going to get out of that. That's not going to happen. And the rest of the Radiant is basically going to abandon him to his fate. No, you don't.
Well, I mean, yeah,
You
there's
you
nothing
just
to do with
you
that
don't.
situation.
You know. Look at the chef right now.
Yep, Chef's still hiding.
Yep.
Expecting a TP.
Don't come out. Don't come out.
No, he's
There he
TPing
goes.
out. There you go. That's the way that's supposed to go. You don't run down into the jungle like that, waiting for a backup. Like completely possible, I suppose, but in this case, unlikely, highly unlikely. You're just gonna throw it away.
Simp doing the old cutting creeps, going for that fast push on the bottom lane. We got one response by Winter Wyvern. It's like, dude, honest, have you not had enough? You know what's down here. You know what your team left you to before. Ooh,
That's the
okay.
thing with Wyvern. 0, 6, and 2. Come on.
Honest needs to be careful. They know he's there. They can see at other places in the map that the rest of the team is not. Here comes the arrow. Dark Lord just a little bit off. But that's what I'm talking about.
Nope, no deny. Severus goes in. This is happening.
Yeah.
Honest goes down one more time.
Honest, buddy. And Honest's
TP response top.
contribution for any potential fight right here would have been invaluable. Severus going with a blind fissure, trying to get some escape denies, but not going to happen. Marby charging down to the mid lane. Ooh, he's not out of the woods yet. Another Moonlight Shadow. Yeah, okay. I think this is the point in the evening where I go get myself another beer.
Boner, make sure we have dead air the entire time he's gone.
The entire time.
Were you AFK as well?
No, I'm sitting here. Like, I had some other stuff going on in my life. I spilled a little bit of my
In
drink.
jungle.
Chef!
Nor comes in with the Ravage.
Dropping that tombstone like a champ
Chef.
before he goes down.
Chef, please!
Still not down.
I mean, he's tanky. What are you going to do? Crazy Flying, doing probably the best thing he can in this situation was try to get rid of the tombstone.
Aegis.
Popping the
Yeah,
Aegis.
he just popped. Nor going, like, I think if Nor had gone for that TP a second, 2 seconds earlier, he would have been fine. And Crazy Flying's going to end up going down as well.
Fucking Chef is MVP of that battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. 4
Did
down.
Did his job well and never ran away.
He
As we
does
all
his
know,
job
I would
well.
have ran away from that fight.
Yeah.
Absolutely would have.
Yeah, oh my
If I was
god.
that low, definitely would have.
Sorry guys, there's nothing I could have done.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, so really, where's the thing? Ooh, that was a 3,200 gold swing in favor of the Radiant. And so when you've got, again, going back to Medusa, when you've got that, and Medusa's got the butterfly in effect. This is happening.
Well, is it really?
Mm-hmm. But excuse me. Between that last fight, that last fight basically said, "Do not underestimate us."
Yeah, we're kind of even. Don't be a
Yeah.
retard about this. I was just looking at the gold graph. A lot of pings going on up here.
Nor doing some of the old.
Well, there's a Moonlight Shadow.
Yeah, E-Ward. Yeah, that's because he's.
Yeah, and Dire knows they're there. Static.
BKB gets popped by Static. Sleight of Fist comes out. Charge onto the Dark Lord, followed up by Yules on the Dark Lord. Let's see again the Chef, Cold Embrace. He is
There
not
goes
going to
one.
this one. Fissure comes
There,
out, catches
nice.
Crazy flying right on the back end, but Crazy flying.
It will get away.
Other way, yeah. Ooh, Marby going for more. Charge onto Simp. And
Simp's gonna go
Static
down.
Doing so much damage there.
That's who. Nor goes in with a Ravage.
Oh, the Stone Gaze
hold on,
comes
hold
out. Nor, I don't think the Ravage is going to get any use there, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
What?
That Echo Slam was, 30 seconds too late.
Yeah, almost, but not quite. Even if
that was
even if the
for
Dark Lord could have gotten in
sure.
for a Starfall, that would have been at the very least Marby down. But as it is, another 1,700
Another
gold.
2,000.
Yeah.
2,000 gold.
the
And 7,200 experience towards the Radiant. That's crazy. Well, I guess
Okay.
it's not cumulative like that. There was no negative, so 5,000 gold with the Radiant. Or experience for the Radiant.
Yeah,
Point
and
being. Came out on top.
things starting to turn. And that kind of disruption element is starting to come into play a little bit more. The fight was spread out over a large portion of the map. Or a large portion of
And Dire were coming in one at a time.
Yeah, I think a slight miscalculation. Perhaps one of those, again, underestimation kind of moments. It's like, I can take all these people on.
And it doesn't quite work that way, does it?
You had that Ravage come in by Nor a little bit too late, and then you had the Echo Slam.
There we
coming
go,
by
Marby.
Cerberus a little bit too late.
Ops is BKB.
Yeah, nothing's gonna happen
Going
there.
in regardless.
Yeah, try to do some follow up there on the Dark Lord. He pops another strike, but nothing thus far. Moonlight Shadow just secured their retreat if they need it. Charge coming in on. No, there goes Honest yet again. Static
goes
with the
on,
big
yeah.
hits on Nor. He needs to just walk away. They have detection down, but those sentry wards. Oh, Simp!
Chains? No.
Oh, nothing.
RB
there.
goes down. Finally, that's a big win. Even at this point, being up like they are, the
God.
Dire is
Bottom tower is
very happy to take down Marby.
Yeah, it started off with that initial Requiem that Marby had to BKB through. I thought he was gone in the first few seconds, but the fact that they turned it around like that, seemingly at first, was going to be fantastic. But then the rest of the Dire came down, and well, you know,
Saw the rest.
yeah.
You saw it after that.
Even with Static doing as much damage as he was doing, it didn't happen. Nor got out of there with barely anything left. And a lot of that, of course, is owed to the Dark Lord's fortuitous Moonlight Shadow timing.
Sean's about to come up here. There he goes. Right at 38 minutes.
Did you remember the math?
I said like 36, 38, and then it addendumed 39.
Okay, and so now it's just kind of chill time. I think at this point, both teams probably realize, hey, maybe we shouldn't play so, fast and loose. Like both teams have the potential to really fuck everything up.
I'm really surprised we're not seeing a lot more 5v5. They need to be together the entire time. Marby is so mobile on Spirit Breaker. That's gonna happen, and here's a big thing. You look at his stats: 7, 8, and 9. Oh god, that's terrible. 7 kills, 8 deaths, 9 assists. But here's the thing about Spirit Breaker is that he is.
Hold on one second. Mid lane, the chef gets gone upon by Nor and the Dark Lord. He's taken down quite.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You can't be alone at this stage. You're 39 minutes in. You know that everybody's up to speed. Everybody's got their ultimates fucking popping at this point. You don't just hang out by yourself.
Yeah, and I mean, Man Up has got the MKB as far as the. I'm sorry.
He just got it.
He just got it. Yeah. I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm sorry.
You don't hang out.
He's got an MKB. I mean, what more needs to be said?
All right, so we're at 39, almost 40 minutes.
Yeah, and at this point, I think what it's going to end up coming down to a lot of is Manup's movement around the map and the rest of his team's ability to create that diversion that's necessary. Because right now, Manup and the Radiant in general is in a perfect position to do that split push game and to rat this thing to death.
They're not moving that way though.
I'm saying they have the option to right now.
Well, they don't even see that. That's not on their radar right now.
It's going to be the Roshans. Like, especially the next one when we get the cheese.
Dyer's smoked up.
Yeah, here they go.
There we
Crazy
go.
Flying with the Yules. Can he pull out just a little bit of missed timing on Crazy Flying's part? Winter's Curse comes in on Crazy Flying, and it looks like he is going to go down. Aegis Pop.
1, 2,
is going to go down for the side
3.
of fist. Oh, Simp.
Comes 4.
Simp. He's trying desperately to keep himself alive and get away. Crazy Flying in the meantime goes down to the combined dicking of Static and Marby. And Honest looks like he's not going to be able to chase down Simp. And in fact, the Moonlight Shadow once again saves Simp. And he is, still.
Holy cow. 3 to 1. And another great exchange in Radiant's favor. And you've seen so many of these in the last 20 minutes. Look at that arrow, though. Honest is.
Arrow. Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, that's just kind of a fucking casual arrow.
Yeah. And
Simp looking to follow up, but not going to happen.
Looking at the split pushing, looking at Roshan as far as an actual, key point that needs to be watched, buyback. This is also the time of the game where buyback status is very important. And right now, Static just got buyback. And so that's going to be a mid lane of Rax, completely uncontested.
Yeah, none of the Dire have any buyback right now. So your Doom, your Earthshaker, you're down for a little bit.
And
you're
you're
not going to be able to do much.
They can rotate up the top and start putting pressure there because it was already well pushed in. Of course, now Flying, what's his name? Flying guy, Shadow Fiend is.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Crazy
no,
Flying,
it's
thank
a
you.
Flying guy.
Yeah, Flying guy. Flying guy is back up, so probably not going to be quite as cavalier about going in.
Quite even, I would not be surprised to see
There's a
lot
jump by
of
Static.
probes. Oh, Dark Lord.
Marby, make it worth it, and
Kaboom.
the Dark Lord goes down. Good charge by Marby. Fissure comes out from Severus. Oh, and he sets up the Echo Slam perfectly. Did they have anything else to follow it up with? Winter's Curse comes out on Crazy Flying once again. Static, or Stone Gaze on the side of the Radiant. And, yeah, Cold Embrace. The Requiem still gets off.
And the second door goes down. Manup's still going.
To finish up that kill.
About
Crazy
280
Flying
health.
Is
With a buyback.
Once. Ooh.
He's going to take down Honest for sure.
Severus.
That's going to be all that it is.
Yeah.
Like, how do
and
you
that's
even
why Medusa's so scary.
classify that
And that's why
recap?
Stood-
Medusa's so scary.
It's just stood in the middle of all of that.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, like, I didn't even see there being a huge problem with people just going, "Oh, Stone Gaze, let me look at it." It's just at that point of the fight, if you're focused on someone or you're locked down and you have no choice but to look into the Stone Gaze.
Overall, a good fight for the Dire. Crazy flying coming in. Had to use the buyback, but got a couple of kills out of it, so you can't really fault him on that one.
And save the racks.
You know, and that's the most
Save
important
the
thing.
second set of racks.
That's the most important thing. You keep that top lane going. Meanwhile, the middle racks have gone down, and you know what? I missed that entirely. I don't even remember that happening. How much have I had to drink?
That was when 3 people were dead.
Yeah, and Simp is gonna work on pushing out the top lane here, which I'm glad to see. I was like, guys, the top lane, please. Yeah, they're pushing out all the lanes, trying to make back some ground. Warbond, I think it's that time again, buddy.
Oh, is it?
I think it is. I'm very interested to see it now.
Okay,
Time to get
well,
another beer.
let's go ahead and look at the experience graph in the Radiant's favor. 5,000, a little bit of a dip going on, but they have made a huge comeback in that regard.
Yeah,
flying
Fight coming
and
in. Oh, crazy
Melted.
flying! Just gets like, what was he even doing there?
Just trying to get some mid lane farm, buddy.
Yeah, I mean,
Just pushing it out a little bit, and then
the
whole
problem
fucking
was-
team.
Going for
here
the
we
tier
go. Mid lane.
4s.
The Ravage by Nor to start the fight off.
Echoes
Severus
down.
comes in.
Nice.
Follow up. Mar B goes down almost instantly. Severus will end up going down as well. Static gets hit. Stone Gaze comes out. Sleight of fist by Simp in order, just trying desperately to stay alive, but it does not look like he's going to be able to. Nor, I'm actually very surprised.
That's
That he lived.
crazy. It was 4-3.
Yeah.
Man Up doing a great job staying alive, running away, getting some damage out. A buyback on Ember Spirit. Simp looking for Man Up, wanting to make
Yeah.
that kill. It's just not going to happen. Man Up is just a
Lord throw out the
little
arrow. He is.
little too fast. The arrow.
Will the arrow hit?
Oh.
The Dark Lord, I wanted that for you so bad. Of course,
That's
I mean, there was no follow-up, but still.
that
Me.
Ravage Echo Slam was perfect. Perfectly
the,
executed.
the timing was
timed.
crazy, but
Oh,
man, that
was
happened.
the defense right there.
That
That
was the defense.
really, yeah, and they'd been talking about that forever. Looking at the team fight that you get between the Tidehunter and the Earthshaker, and then obviously Doom is down, but you know, that has to be a consideration. And so they really were able to execute when it mattered the most.
Yeah, that's going to be probably my highlight moment.
Oh, I like that. That was a good one. If we can go back to the gold graph, and you can see the downturn based on that fight. It did go in Dire's favor. Radiance
Mid lane, charge
is
under the Dark Lord. Marby, Moonlight
he wants
Shadow.
it.
They
No,
don't
he's
have any
going.
protection.
He doesn't give a shit. He's going.
Guys, please. I'm sorry. Continue your thought.
The thought was basically finished. That the Radiant came in, the Dire understood and responded in kind and came out on top. That's all there really is to it.
All right, we got a charge onto Severus down at the bottom lane. Of course, they wouldn't have seen Crazy Flying or North.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be in time. Roshan's going to be up here in just about
30 seconds,
30 seconds
to
until we
a
see-
minute.
yeah.
No, it's
Or
Roshan's
is this a
going to be up
full
at
11-minute timer?
And that's always the question. So it was nearly 40 when Rashawn went down.
Blessings.
So you're about to see the 3-minute timer. Yeah, I'm watching this motherfucker, and there it is.
Yep. Yeah, okay.
That's weird. Like 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Is that what it is?
No, a minute and 50 seconds.
Or no, you're right. A minute 50.
Yeah, and that's
Haste.
you can see that the Dire, at the very least, is taking this a little bit more seriously, and that they have wards looking for this. So I want to say that they know the importance of this particular part of this match.
Yeah, they have this kind of crazy line of
Going on bottom
of
lane.
map control.
Nice hold off.
It's
Yeah, I was gonna
it's not the best, but
One thing I did not consider though is Static's traps. So they do have vision in Roshan. They do know when it's up.
yeah. And this is kind of
There's the Manta.
Yep, and I mean at this point, this could just do it for him. Let's see, Man Up got the boots. Nope. Looks like going. Oh my god.
Rapier? Is it?
Oh my
is that what
god.
we're looking at here?
No. They're in too good of a position to go rapier. The last thing you want to do is give a rapier away to Simp. I'm hoping it's a rapier, but I believe it's going to be a radiance, a late game radiance.
Yeah.
To really just do that all enveloping map control sort of final boot to the neck. But we shall see. I mean, if it's a rapier, he's got it.
they're trying to push the high ground. They don't have the Roshan. They don't have the Aegis.
Just some.
They can
please
just
get away
keep pushing
figures.
with those illusions.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not
Take
quite
down
gonna
that
happen
tower.
for them, but it's gonna keep the lane pushed out, which is what they really want. They want to keep that pressure on. Perhaps send somebody up to the top lane, put some pressure up there. Send somebody in the middle lane, put some pressure there.
Oh, well, they don't even have to
Overall-
worry about the middle lane. Oh, the Dark Lord getting a little bit too close, but the pounce will save him or her. I don't know, like. Ooh, Static with the jump in, BKB pop. Nor is he gonna go down? Mech comes out. Oh, the Moonlight
And
Shadow.
here's
I believe it's gonna be
the-
enough. Marby,
Another trick.
BKB pop as well. Winter Curse
They're
over
good-
on
they're going
Crit,
all
Arc
in.
flying. Severus
Oh,
This
still
is
not dead,
this is
though.
5 versus 5. Past the towers.
Yeah, Honest goes down. Marby
There's
also
two.
goes down. Crazy Flying gets him. Man up.
Man up,
I-
taking those towers.
The
and
Ravage in
chasing-
by Nor. I don't think they have anything else.
There's the Stone
Here
Gaze.
comes Simp. Will it be in time? Requiem gets popped. Static is going to die. Echo slam by Severus just on a man up. I think
Man
this
up in a
completely
bad
worked.
spot. Severus
And
stays
they
up.
end up
That's
getting man
4. That's 4 down.
No, that's
Is that a defense though?
5 down.
And they lost
Shit.
the racks.
they did lose the racks. I see your point, and I'm having trouble formulating my response.
Well, look at the gold change. That is an entire 8,000 gold. Compared, what were they up? They were up like 5 or 6,000 before, so that kind of evens things up. And for the next 20 seconds at least, 10 to 20 seconds, you get nobody defending. And so you need to push down middle. You need to push down bottom.
Under attack.
This is going to be the tier 2 tower on the Radiant side, and potentially a tier 3. I don't know if they're going to get that far. There's a
Yeah, they're
buyback
not
from
gonna get that
TA.
far.
Radiant's middle tower has
Not with. Let's see the
Yeah,
buyback.
they
Yeah,
just don't
Medusa
have-
does have a buyback, so.
I mean, Ember's about their only real, the real wave clear. And he wasn't even with them.
Yeah, if you ignore Shadow Fiend's raises, then that's absolutely correct.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, hell, you can even use what is it, the Enchant Totem and Fissure if you really want to get stuff done. Starfall by Mirana.
There's the smoke. They're going
Okay.
after him.
And see, that's what I was going to ask. Like, do you
Look out,
in that
Simp.
situation?
Look out, Simp. Oh, wow. Look at that fucking lucky arrow on the static.
Those are the arrows you live for, Mirana, and they're gonna quit the field. No, they're not. Winding up the Requiem, hits on Static. Static BKB popped immediately, but here comes the Winter's Curse. They're doing a lot of damage to Crazy Flying with that. The Ravage comes out. Will we see that follow up? Echoes left, please.
Oh, chef.
Nope, Severus too far away. Chef ends up going down.
They're
Yeah,
looking
it's
for
like
this
the-
Roshan at this point.
Yeah.
That's what they need to break the base.
That's what they need.
And you know that was what was missing from the Radiant formula as they were going into that tier 3 on the dire side.
Yeah, that's what. See, the problem is that they didn't have enough time to do both. You don't have enough time in that situation because I think Medusa was only down for 40 seconds or something like that. You don't have time to hit Roshan, and I say that differently every time, and it's driving me crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why.
You don't have enough time to do him and push the tower in that situation.
Okay, and so here's the thing: do they capitalize on the Aegis of the Immortal that they just got? And it's going to be another 8 to 11 minutes before Roshan comes back up. Are they going to be able to push out enough? And the answer is no. They don't have enough to push these lanes out. They're down 2 sets of racks, and Radiant is still up. They still got their tier 3s even. So there's no chance right now for Dire to equalize this game as it stands.
Well, there absolutely is, but it's going to have to be in the back of the fence. Like at this point, you don't, because you have to push 2 lanes at the same time, and you would have to pick 1 to 5-man.
Yeah,
so I guess
see,
you
I don't
5-man one and then try to 5-man another.
No,
or
I don't
you
see
just
that
wait for a
happening.
fence fight.
They're gonna get split push if nothing else,
Ember just bought a rapier.
and
It was the
or
rapier. Okay.
No, Ember.
Oh, Ember brought the. Okay. Yeah. And
you're gonna get split push from Radiant, and or
I agree with that.
you're
yeah.
gonna get 5-man and just fucking destroyed at this point.
It's no win. It's untenable as far as the decision. Of course, in those situations, it really is up to the other team to not realize the advantage that they have, and I don't think that the Radiant is going to do that. I think that they understand exactly what position that they're in.
So yeah, I'm super calling this for the Radiant.
Already? That's it?
Already? Yeah, 54 minutes. What the fuck was I thinking?
I'm kind of curious how this game lasts another 35 minutes.
Where are we going? No, it only goes to
It does.
110. Yeah, it only lasts for another 15 minutes.
Okay.
And there's a smoke from the Radiant.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, they're going to start up hitting Severus. Can they follow up on a Nether Strike? Into Winter's Curse, looks like.
Oh my god, he was waiting so bad for that Echo Slam.
Ravage.
They don't care about the
The
Ravage.
refresher. I did not realize he even had the refresher. The chef ends up going down.
So much
Man Up.
damage.
Yeah, Man Up is trying with the Stone Gaze, but my
That's
god.
3-1.
Simp with the Rapier debut. I think that went okay.
Yeah, no shit.
Just okay though.
And that's what you wanted. Now is the time to be able to push.
Gold change 2400 in favor of the Dire. Still, like you don't have enough pushing potential
Oh,
to
Shadow
push
Fiend
these
has a
lanes.
rapier too. I didn't even notice that.
Push these
that
lanes
happen?
back out.
My pet, thanks.
Okay, let's see. Medusa does have buyback. Static does not. And so here's the buyback for Medusa. I mean, they got an Aegis to go through. I guess you could buy that 50 seconds, but if they commit to this push, they commit to this high ground push, they're going to have a time of it.
Yeah, that is 2 Dire Rapiers. That's crazy. Simp and Crazy Flying.
And so, of course, Medusa, if she was waiting to determine what she should get, like, Man Up's going to get a Rapier now. That's the only way you do this. Because all it takes, what's the cooldown on these? Basically, every time you have a Ravage, you are able to win a team fight. Because that's all the lockdown that's required for Simp and Crazy Flying, the flying guy, the famous flying guy, to get work done.
Well, look at the team. That's what they do, man. They roll in. You get a dude to push out crazy hard. You make something happen, and then suddenly the base is broken. They're down a racks or a tier tower or whatever it is. But that's how this game is going. It's not going to last much longer.
Would you say that they have to matriculate the ball down the field? Would you go completely John Madden with us?
I thought
No.
that
Do you
meant,
even
like,
understand what
cheering.
I'm saying?
You said some weird words.
Shoot,
Not as
shoot.
not as weird as my
gonna-
undying craving for dick.
The mystery
Yep.
is renewed.
Honest,
There
coming
it
up
is.
mid-lane.
There it is. I knew it. I knew it. What did you say? Say it again.
You gotta get the hat trick in there. The hat trick of I crave dick jokes.
And then you change the subject.
And then change this up. Yeah, it's tried and true at this point. All right, so it looks like we're gonna have another
Comedy
attempt
gold.
by the Radiant on the top lane here. Which I don't know, man. I think you just does anyone have a gym? I know a gym was dropped at some point. Okay, the gym is on Nor. So my initial suggestion of just try to get some wards down in one of the lanes one of the lanes that doesn't have racks and then push them through that way. Not gonna work. Someone's lamowing. Oh, I see. That's why. The joke was that they dewarded it right as the sentry for the Dire was about to expire.
Mhm.
Okay, I liked it better when stuff was happening.
Yeah, well, here we are in the section of the game where nothing happens. However,
Yeah.
Radiant is super gonna win this, so I don't even know why. Just aim a what?
See, no, I think I think Dire's gonna take it at this point.
Well, how much do you love Poutine?
I'm sorry, what?
I'm in the interests of keeping solidarity with the Montreal League, and also assuming that Montreal is like the rest of stereotypical Canada in its love for poutine. I will say I love poutine a lot.
There you go. Also, there's you know what I love about Montreal?
Is it the poutine?
Yeah, poutine costs only a couple of loonies.
Well, it's 4 figs per branch and
Yeah.
a few
Yeah.
bushels per loony. So
5 bees to $1, we used to say.
all right, here we go. Static
Dire's
leading the
structures
charge.
are fortified.
Ooh, that arrow, very close on the part of Dark Lord. They shouldn't have been able to get away with that. Let's see, do we still have the Aegis on Simp? No, Aegis has expired at this point, so. Let's see, Roshan.
Yeah, with that tier 3
Up
down,
about
it's only a matter of
minute-
time before
minute
the
30.
it's only a matter of time before those barracks go down.
Yeah, they're just carefully pushing in all the lanes.
I'm sorry, man. I think if there's a team that doesn't have, let me throw some initial caveats, that doesn't have like an AM or a Medusa or a Lone Druid or what have you, that can push against the mega creeps, it's gonna be this one.
You know, I really
Saying,
would like
if,
to see
if they
that
get
happen,
megas, I don't think it's over. Necessarily. I guess it depends on how they get mega. Mega on a 5-man team wipe, probably not much you're going to be able to do about that. Okay, guys, really.
That's a lot of wards.
They want that jungle. They want to be able to stage there in peace. I think this is called screening your advance. Static down in the bottom lane. Do you think he's going to try for this crazy flying? I don't know. Like,
Dire's top
I think
barracks
just the
are
fact
under
that they're
attack.
pushing on the top and bottom lanes one is the only thing that kept Static alive there. Arrow. Another fishing arrow by the Dark Lord. Come on, guys. Come on. I mean, to
This
give
is
credit to
smart
them,
play, man.
it is very smart play. That's exactly right. They are letting the creeps do their job, and they're doing their job well.
And the illusions just
Yeah,
chipping away.
this is very smart play. You're right. Well, the problem is very boring play.
It's true.
But, you know, same thing was said about Alliance when they were not only the Rat Kings, but the winningest Rat Kings. And you know what? That boring play made them a lot of money. So confirmed, I'm pretty sure, Radiant, next Alliance. All right, I'm done. I ran out of steam. I'm sorry, guys. This lull. Because I mean, we know where all the pieces are set up. It's just a matter of having them actually fall and seeing how they fall. And I think with Static having an Aegis, that's gonna be the moment. That's gonna be the go code.
Yeah, and I'm right there with you. I can't do this anymore. It's just fucking. Nope. I had too much to drink. All right.
Oh, am I gonna have to walk us out?
Yeah, man. What's happening here?
And once again, this cast is brought to you on behalf of the Dota 2 Montreal League. Our host, ostensibly for the evening, has been Warbond. I am Gage. And then I forgot. Did we settle on the Bone Ranger or the Boner Anger?
Boner Anger.
Boner Anger. Okay.
Boner Anger.
Barracks are
For
under
sure.
attack.
So that goes. Fuck you, by the way.
All right,
Chip
Static.
away.
Yeah. Again,
Hey,
just
here's my real question. Why the fuck would Shakushu give us this game to cast?
Because it's the first game.
Because it's the first game of his league.
No, he said it was good. He used those words.
Hey, I've really enjoyed this game.
Fuck
Genuinely.
that guy. Whatever.
You don't even know.
Static,
Maybe they
bottom
turned it
lane.
around here.
He's getting hexed up. But I mean, the
That doesn't
diffraction-
matter.
Oh my
Here it comes,
god,
here
the
it comes.
diffraction. Yeah,
What's happening?
they have to moonlight out, and that was just the distraction that they needed to, I guess, have man up come in and pop the manta on the high ground. Meanwhile, Static still.
Why
I mean,
are these
a thorn in the
barracks
side.
still up?
With the Dire.
That's
Well, I
a
mean,
melee
that's about
barracks.
to not be the case. Here comes Nor with the Ravage. And the Refresher into Ravage. Marby at that point already has his BKB popped. Nether Strike comes out on Simp. Oh, and the Stone Gate. Simp pops away. Chef drops a Tombstone. Echo Slam in by Severus. Catches a few, but
boy.
at this point, no follow-up. Crazy flying. That's a Gem and a Divine Rapier on the ground.
There's a
Man
buyback
up,
from
absolutely unkillable at this point. And I mean,
Two buybacks.
That's,
Top barracks are under attack.
I mean, that's it. They're Static. Oh my god, the hit
Black
from
Stop.
Simp. Simp popped Static. This still has to be it, right?
It's 25,000 experience in favor of the Dire, which is crazy. And still, like, it's coming back up towards the Radiant in terms of gold, but how the fuck are they not pushed out?
Okay, let's check buybacks real quick.
I've been looking at buybacks.
They got
All
they
Dire
got the full
is
complement
down.
of buybacks for Radiant. I mean,
Yeah, Radiant's got the buybacks, Dire does not, and they're pushing down middle. Crazy Flying and Dark Lord are running down the middle. They're hoping. I guarantee you, they're hoping for. They're gonna take these racks. They're gonna take the tier 4s and then win the game.
yeah. I mean, they have no other choice at this point.
Yeah.
This is the only play.
They got the Lisa in the way.
Here comes Chef. I mean, this is not how you start your defense. Marby comes in, pops BKB, hits up on Crazy Flying. Winter's
Simp is
Curse on
down.
Simp. Simp goes down instantly. Another Rapier on the ground. crazy flying, taking too much damage at that point. He pops.
There's
Severus
3.
pops. And that's going to be
Down for
GG.
2 minutes.
Yep.
There it is.
That was
That's
it.
exactly how it goes.
Okay,
G,
you know what, man?
goddamn G.
Radiant
Warbond, fuck you. I agree with Shokushu. I think that was a great game.
Yeah, 68-minute great game.
Okay.
I'm just saying. No, it was fun. You had no idea what was happening.
Split pushing action, and you had to worry about
Yeah, absolutely.
the Roshan.
Absolutely.
and-
You never knew what was going to happen unless you listened to what I said in the first 2 minutes.
Radiant's obviously gonna win.
Yeah, well, then again, we knew how long the game was going to take.
Well,
Thought that spot on your lung was indeed cancer.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's terminal Medusa.
Yeah.
Nothing we can do.
She turned your shit to stone.
So yeah, I quite enjoyed it. It was plenty of back and forth, plenty of team fight, plenty of split push. I mean, all the tactical buzzwords were hit upon. So I left feeling satisfied, even despite that short, admittedly, lull towards the end there. And fantastic play from everyone except Shokushu. I think we can all kind of agree on that one.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's
sorry, go
really what we're here to do, is to shit on Chikushu. He didn't show up, and that's enough for everyone, I think.
Yeah. Boneranger, any final thoughts?
It's a valiant effort by Simp, I think.
Yeah, Simp was desperately trying to hold it together there towards the end. I think, again, going back to that one play with the Ravage into Echo Slam, perfectly timed. I think that was one of my favorite plays, and Nor and Severus, I mean, clearly contributed.
Yeah, I think it's very easy to see that the Dire had a great lineup. They played a really good game. You look at the levels of everybody. You look at the way the towers came down. They did everything right, except that they didn't win. That's the only problem they had. Is that there just wasn't enough damage. There wasn't enough crowd control. However, there was a lot of good shit happening on both sides, and I'm really surprised that the Radiant came away with that one.
Yeah, so I think everyone knows my thoughts about it.
Yeah.
They're on
Well, and there you go. So, and with that being said, this is the end of the game. This is we're done now.
I've actually already dumped out to the Dota 2 Reborn menu.
Yeah, I did too, and that just happened. However, that being
Still one
said,
thing left.
yeah, we
Still
got
one thing
we got one thing going on here. So for Dota 2 Montreal, I'm Warbond.
The Dota 2 Montreal League, I'm Gage.
Yeah,
And
whatever.
I'm the Boneranger.
Who? Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time, and it's going to be awesome, unlike this time. And that's how that goes. So, good night, good luck.
Good night.
God bless you.